Can you quickly present yourself, name, age, nationality?
Yes, my name is Alexa. I am 25 and I'm from New York.
What studies or degree did you do?
I completed my bachelor's degree in political science with a concentration on international relations from UCLA in California. And then recently I just finished my master's degree in peace studies and conflict resolution at the American University of Rome in Italy.
Why the United Nations?
I chose to intern at the United Nations because I am really passionate about the values that are enshrined in the Charter of the UN, and I love that the organization stands for peace and human rights and gender equality, and I'm very much aligned with all of those values.
How long have you been part of the United Nations?
I'm interning in the Journal Unit of the United Nations, and my internship began in May and will finish in August.
Which office or department are you working in?
I am currently interning in the Journal Unit of the UN, which is part of the Department of General Assembly and Conference Management. So my daily tasks include assisting in the preparation of conferences. So we prepared for the UN Ocean Conference, which took place in Nice, France, and we are currently preparing for the 4th International Conference for Development, which will be taking place in Sevilla, Spain, starting June 30th.
How did you apply for an internship?
I applied for my internship through Inspira, which is the job portal of the United Nations.
How many interviews did you have?
I just had one interview.
What questions were you asked?
I was asked some general questions about myself, my educational background. I was also asked why I was interested in the United Nations, and I was even asked a question in French to test my French skills.
How did you prepare for it?
So since this was actually my second round of interviews at the UN, I had a little bit more experience and I felt a little bit more confident this time. I did improve my French a little bit before the interview because I knew that I was going to be asked a question in French, so that was how I prepared.
Was there any specific qualifications required?
Yes, a master's degree was required for this internship, and also a level of French.
What do you wish you knew before applying?
I wish I knew more French and that I had more confidence to be able to practice and use the French that I do know.
What was your biggest fear before coming to the UN?
My biggest fear before starting this internship was having to speak French because I knew that French would be required for this specific department. And my last internship, everything was done in English, so the French aspect was definitely something that was a bit intimidating.
Do you have favorite moments of the internship so far?
Yes, I have many favorite moments from my internship. One of them is attending Security Council sessions. One of my fellow interns and I actually also attended a General Assembly meeting, and I've also really enjoyed building relationships with my colleagues and fellow interns.
What's been the biggest challenge you had to overcome here?
The biggest challenge that I've had to overcome so far during this internship has been speaking French, because even though it is a language that I studied at university and I've been to France several times, I was not in a place where I was speaking the language every day, so developing fluidity and becoming comfortable is definitely a challenge to overcome.
What is one thing you're proud to have accomplished during your internship?
I feel like the biggest accomplishment is being here at the UN headquarters in New York. It's such an incredible place, and to be surrounded by such esteemed, intelligent colleagues, and to have the opportunity to attend Security Council meetings, and it's really an incredible experience interning at the UN.
What's one skill you've learned?
I've learned several skills so far during this internship, one of them being learning how to use JCMS, which is the Journal Content Management software, and I also feel as though my written and spoken communication skills have improved a lot.
What does a typical day as an intern look like for you?
So my typical day starts very early because I have a long commute to Manhattan. So my day starts at 10 a.m. officially, that's when I enter the office. And I start out by checking emails and logging onto JCMS, going over the meetings of the day. I also do the daily list of documents every day at 3 p.m. I have have lunch with fellow interns, and when I have free time, I try to experience as much of the building as possible. So doing the thematic art tour of the UN, the garden tour. So I really just love being here and being in the building. It's a really incredible atmosphere.
Does this internship respond to expectations?
Yes, definitely. Everything about the UN was a dream for me, so the fact that I'm here is definitely such a dream come true and an accomplishment realized.
What is one thing you would change if you could?
One thing that I would change if I could would be that the internships are financially compensated.
What sustainable development goal relates most to your work?
I definitely am really passionate about Sustainable Development Goal number 4, which is quality education, because I firmly believe that every child should have access to education. And Sustainable Goal number 5 is also one that I feel very strongly about, which is gender equality.
One word to describe your internship.
One word to describe my internship is inspirational. I'm totally inspired by the UN.
Do you have an everyday mantra or inspirational quote?
My everyday mantra is to do my internship to the best of my ability and to learn as much as possible.
Do you have 3 advices or tips for someone that wants to be part of the UN?
My biggest advice to aspiring interns at the UN would be to be persistent and keep going and stay focused with it. Don't get discouraged, because sometimes it takes a lot of time, and anything that's worthwhile will take dedication and hard work. So just keep going.
What are your next steps after the internship?
I actually don't have anything specifically planned for when my internship concludes in August, but I am considering going back to Rome and possibly doing another internship abroad.
Would you come back to work at the UN?
Yes, definitely, 100%. That is my goal, and if I have the opportunity to come back, I would be so excited.